Rebel Jim. 42 hours, 51 minutes is what we played this game for so far. A lot. I am running a little late today, so you're going to have to tolerate me maybe eating a little bit on camera. Hopefully it's not too disgusting sounding, but Safirio, good morning, and thank you for the heart. I had a bunch of paperwork that I had to do really fast, so I was like, and had to get it done. But it was supposed to be turned in today. And obviously it's not going to get mailed and make it today. So she had to, my daughter's gonna run it and drop it off by hand. So hopefully it's dealing with the Social Security Administration, which is really sketchy. So I'm hoping it works, everything's good, but I scanned everything in. Worst case, they're going to make me XP? XPEX? What's up? You guys always, some of you guys use some really weird names, man. XPEX. Zepex? XPEC. XPEC. Okay. XPEC. What's up? Welcome. Avarice. Welcome. So anyway, yeah, my daughter is en route to go drop off stuff to the Social Security Administration. I'm running late, and now I'm stuffing some food down my throat so that I don't need a Snickers. Goth Gamer, welcome. All right, one more bite. Pardon me for a second. All right, my beak is all right. Okay. Whoop. All right. Mouth is cleared out. No more food to eat. Scarfed it down. I'll probably pay for it later like nobody's business. Okay, so we need to go on exploration here. We don't have the turbine blueprint, and we don't have the electromagnetic coil blueprint. So we have a couple of items that we can't advance and create more of because we don't have the blueprints we need. So we have to go on the hunt. Let me look at the map here. Silencer, welcome. We're already down here at our main base. We've got to go up into no man's land up in here and find some stuff. And so we've got a bunch. I think this is a mountain. Some of this is a mountain. Safirio needs Jesus. I think he needs a mental health professional. In my permission, in my expert opinion. I love you, Safirio. So we're gonna put up some of our stuff here. Because we don't want to carry a whole bunch of crap with us. I'm going to keep the quartz building material. Because that lets me make a teleporter, so it'll be easier to jump back and get back home again. I'll put that up. We'll just keep that. We'll keep that up there. We're going to put those up because we really don't need those. Oh, that's funny. Okay, let's put that up. That should be enough to at least get us a basic base and a teleporter to get us back. So now we need, I'm going to take all of my extra ammunition. I need to look at some foodstuffs here so that we can take this with us and not have too much of a trouble. Those get calories, so we'll keep those. And what do we have for... that gives us toxicity. We don't want toxicity. Granted, oh, nice, nice. 7 days. Great game. That's awesome. That's awesome that you play that too. Cool. Let me take these two and make some more of the gel stuff. And that will cover. I think that'll cover us. I mean, it's the best I think that we can do, to be honest, right now. 18 of those, 2 of those. Let's grab that, and can we turn that into water? How much of that can we make into water? We can do like 2. Can we do aqua gel? It's the same thing though, but it gives us. Oh, you get 2. Okay, let's grab a few more bugs. Grab a couple more bugs. Let's make some aqua gel. We only get like 4 of them, but no big deal. It'll give us just a little bit more. Okay, I think we're good now. All right, let's roll. We gotta get. Not that it's a big deal. We just want to explore. Today is a lot of exploring. We're gonna run around. Sapiro gives me an aneurysm if I ever play it with integration turned on. Oh my goodness. There's a lot of games that give you an aneurysm if you turn on integration. All right, let's just take a quick look at the map. Where have we not been? We do need to go back up here because there's a body we're missing. We kind of need to skirt this whole piece around, grab these couple of unknown location pieces. I don't necessarily want to go after that dead body because that faith gate's got a lot of stuff on it I don't want to fight. So we may wait on that. We're going to come over here, though, and hit these couple things. Open this up. This is going to lead us up into the area we want to be. We want to be up there, though, for the next rupture. Because if these items are where I think they are at, if they're there, then it's going to be a spot that we want the rupture to happen. And then we want to be able to rush in really quick and loot. Because there's a Goliath Rhino tank freaking thing that is in there. And that, not that I couldn't beat it. It's just, man, I'm going to use up a whole lot of ammo just to fight the stupid thing. And I don't want to do that. Terrified of the zombie Rottweilers. Well, it's a good thing 7 Days to Die doesn't have any zombie Rottweilers in it. It has Dobermans. It's a nod to Resident Evil. Remember in the first movie? I think it's the first movie. It has the Dobermans in it. It's a nod to that movie. There's a lot of items that are in 7 Days to Die that are nods to other horror movies and shows and stuff. So, like the big mama lady with the blue dress. She used to be in a white dress, and she was a nod to the lady that they in Dawn of the Dead when they were in the mall, and they had her in the wheelbarrow. That's a nod to her. Let's see what else. There's all kinds of them. I can't remember. Skip the vampire Rotties. It was that stupid freaking Pekingese poodle thingamajigger. Okay, I don't want to have to hop down to get this stupid thing. I don't want to go down. Did I discover it now? Okay, I discovered it now. So we can go over this way. Can I make this jump? Oh, come on. Get up there. Get up there. There you go. Yeah, the vampire Pomeranian. That's what it was. Kintog? Welcome. I'm just trying to unlock more explored space right now and just make sure that I've got as much unlocked as I possibly can. There was a... Yeah, okay, so I already got it. Just walk all over here. I'm waiting for the announcement for Ormod and the playtest this weekend. And they're being shits, man. It's like it's some damn grand conspiracy. I know I'm pretty confident that I'm in for the Ormod playtest this weekend. So I'm not overly concerned, but I sure would like to actually know for sure. Like see my name on the list. Nicole, welcome. How are you this fine, wonderful day? Where are we at here? Okay, so we got a bunch right here. We're just gonna cruise this edge right here. Oh, they're having problems competing against StarRupture. It might be. No, they just have to get it all set up because this is StarRupture. It is a kind of a mix between several games. You have base building and defense that you need to do. You have exploration that you need to do. The enemies are like bug-like creatures. And then you have factory building. So if you've ever heard of a game like Factorio or Satisfactory, it's kind of got those elements in it as well. But it has a freaking absolutely stunning, beautiful world. The map is a standard map. It's handmade standard map. There's no random. This star over here will occasionally rupture, and it wipes out all the vegetation and any of the creatures in the world. And if you're out in it, it will kill you too. And so, yeah, between building and exploring, there's a lot to do in this game. This game always keeps you busy. It is early access, so they've got a lot more that they're releasing to the game. Here, pretty soon, the first big update should be coming. But yeah, you got some factory building, you got lots of exploration to do, secrets to find, blueprints to find that you need to use. Yep, you build your own stuff. Everything you do, you build. You get blueprints, and the blueprints give you, basically the recipes to build what you need. And then you ship a lot of the stuff off-world, and it unlocks additional stuff. Kind of a typical... That part is typical of most factory builders. You do some building, and you do, make some materials and things, and then you ship it off-world to the powers that be in the sky, and they reward you. And that's kind of a standard piece to that, regardless of what factory game you get into and play. This game still has that same format, but your exploration is far more mandatory in this game. Now, like, you have to get out and explore. You interact with the world big time. You don't chop down the trees. Satisfactory, you can chop down trees for power and stuff. These guys did a little bit different when it came to power management and doing things like that. They didn't make it so overly complicated, I guess is probably the best way to put it. So you can keep building, you keep going. It's not, you don't get hung up on that kind of thing. So, you know, I got little buggies out here that are screwing with me here. And so we gotta do something about that. Hang on, let me do this, because again, Dope Mind, David Falzer. I'm gonna go with Falzer. Welcome. And Wayne, welcome. Okay, come on, it's saving. It's got a little bit of jank. I mean, not jank. There's a little bit of bugs. This game is called StarRupture. It's an early access game. It's been out about 6 weeks, but in all honesty, you would almost think it is a fully completed game. There's so much to do in this game, and there's so much fun to have in this game. It's ridiculous. It is a factory builder kind of game, so you are building a factory and you are making things. Oh, I don't have a grenade ready. Damn it. But you have to do exploration, and you have some base... what's the right word for it? Base defense that you need to do, which is different from a lot of the other factory builders. We're going to start shit. I don't care. We're just going to start shit. Sit here and stare at these losers. Hello, Buggy. Whoopsie. Oh, you want a piece of me? Come on. It's a beautiful game. I mean, it really is. They've done a great job. Everything looks pretty natural. The scree flows and the water flows and things like that really work very well. Very well. How long have I been playing this game? Oh my goodness. Well, I've been playing this game since release, so that's 6 weeks now. I'm pushing 300 hours in the game. In this playthrough right here that I've been streaming, I've streamed about 42 hours of this game. So, yeah, I've put some time in on it. It's a fun game. It really is. It's got a lot for everybody. Even my wife, who has never really played a factory game, even she digs this game. And that's saying something. Somebody who's never played a factory builder is like, yeah, okay, this is cool. This is cool. So, James Diesel Dougie Prince, welcome. Reload. And the thing that I think I like about this game a lot is that even from early access, like, they didn't mess around. They came out right out of the bat and said, "Yep, it's multiplayer. Get your friends." And so you can have 4 people play this game right from the very start. And I think that's all right, Nicole. Hope to catch you later. Have a good day, rest of the day at work. I think that's saying something, because a lot of games they'll release, they say, "Oh, we have early access coming." And then they have multiplayer coming, but then they release the game without any multiplayer. So your initial, feel of the game is literally just what single player feels like, and sometimes that kind of sucks, because it isn't a really good representation of what the game is going to be like in the end. There's a whole bunch of guys up here. I knew there was. Come on, boys. Come on, boys. We can do it. Where do I gotta go? I gotta go... Where's this body at? All the way on the other side. Okay. But they put it out right away, and that's pretty awesome. And they already have a pretty good list of the items that they're going to have in the first update, and most of them are absolutely requested items, so it's going to be a lot of fun when that drops. I'm looking forward to that. We are going to probably, when I know here in a second, okay, where is it? It's down there. Okay. Heather, Micah. Oops, get out of the radiation. Get out of the radiation. Ooh, getting lit up. Look here, guys. I did not invite you over here to have a party. Nope. Oh, that radiation got me though. Oh, let's get the big gun. Dugga, dugga, dugga. Dugga, dugga, dugga. We broke out the dugga, dugga, dugga. Oh, see, now you're going to be like that. Get out of here. All right, reload my other gun. This is going to be a fun game. The more and more that they add to it, I mean, the map has already been developed, so they just have areas where the radiation keeps you from going. Which is okay. I think that's kind of, to me, that's a little bit of an ingenious way. I mean, we built our map out. We got everything cleared. We know what our map is going to look like, but we're not ready to, open up all the areas. We don't have all the story finished. We may want to make some updates. And so we're just going to keep you out of those areas. Oh, these guys piss me off. Come on. Oh, my shots are off again today. Where's my grenade? I got my grenade yet? Yeah, I do have my grenade, but this is not a... It's not a dire situation just yet. Oh, you sneaky little bastard. Take that. Oh, shoot. We're going to have a long weekend, though. Ormod Directive. It's going to have me stream it all weekend. I'll be streaming that all weekend long as soon as I get the notification. That'll start tomorrow at 9 a.m. my time, which is Mountain. And so we're going to... Kote, welcome. So we're going to do that. And then we'll be back, should be back to our normal streaming schedule, next week. Of course, it kind of depends on what they have in their playtest. Now, that's the big question: is what are they going to have on that playtest? There was a comment in there for Ormod Directive that if the playtest went fantastic and it was absolutely awesome and everything was working, that they would extend it through next week. Now, that for me is they really are only going to have early game stuff on it, so we'll probably run through that early game content pretty quick. So unless they plan on extending it and adding more additional content to the game, it's not going to be worth us playing it any more than that this weekend. I have not yet heard anything on Under a Rock, but again, it's another one that we will be playtesting and early access content to as well. Looking forward to it. I've been waiting a couple years for that game. So we'll be getting our fingers in on a couple. And there's a new survival pirate game that has come out. Well, the demo's released on it. The game itself hasn't reached a full release yet. So I'm going to sneak that in somewhere because it looks really good. I really want to give it a roll. Not as a permanent release, not as a permanent play, but I would like to give it a try, show it off to you guys, see what you guys think. Quality of game and that kind of thing. Just give you guys a touch and a feel of what it looks like. It won't be Unless it becomes just amazingly phenomenal, it will not become a permanent fixture on the channel. It's just something I want to get my fingers on. Run a test across, see what it's like. That's all. But if, you know, it becomes something that everybody is like, oh my God, this is the coolest thing ever made, you need to play this more, then we'll put it in there. Just, I think what's going to happen is we're going to get the Ormod playtest this weekend. And then I think that StarRupture is going to have an update next week. That's what I think. I might be over optimistic, but that will be 2 weeks from when they announced content for it and what was going to be in that release. And so that's the 2 cents from Survival Gym I think is going to show up next week. Okay, there was a lot of these right here. We need to grab all of these. Gee, even Christmas, look at all that. That's insane. Oh, what are you doing messing with me? Down here minding my own business, picking flowers and shit, and you had to come up behind me and jack me up. Oh, man, I just saw that. You big jerk. Guess what, though? I got shield, and you can't hurt me. Let's heal just a little bit, though. We're kind of down on our health. Help me, Rhonda. There we go. So much better. All right. Let's just kind of keep going here. Again, we're doing a lot of exploration today. We're just going to go see what we can find, what's where, how. Catch the edge of the map here. Try not to get ourselves in too much trouble. A little flea bag. Oh, and of course you missed me. Dirtbag. I hate them little spitty things. They drive me nuts. But they always try to aim where you are headed. So if you're standing still, they get a bead on you. If you move, you just have to time your movement to be kind of erratic, because when they're ready to spit at you, they'll spit it where the direction you're headed and try to catch you. And so you just bounce around a little bit. Most of the time you can avoid them. It's the scorpion ones that are dangerous. They spit like a artillery chunk at you, and when it hits the ground, it has like splash damage, and then it spreads out, and it executes poison damage. And man, and if you get 2 of those guys together, they cover all the ground in poison, and that sucks. We got something down there, but I'm not going to race in there to find it. I'm not racing in there to find it. We're going to go up here to our base, turn some stuff in. I want to be able to get into this cave right here, because there is a dead body in there, which will give me some goodies. The downside is the only way these open up is after a rupture has gone off. And so I need to be elsewhere when there's a rupture. Which means we kind of actually need to get our freaking fat heinies moving, to be honest. Polyfruit. Put those on there. That works. Hydrobulbs. Oh, man, we still need a lot of those. Wow. These guys, good deal. Okay, and then let's go over here and turn those in for data points. There we go. That's a lamp, huh? Reshield, recharge? Nope, don't really care. Let's dump some of this in here. We don't need all of this. We're going to take that home with us. I don't care about that. Put that up there and put those right there. Okay. Ooh, we're getting close. Getting close. Ugh. All right. Let's just kind of see where we're at here. We got a drone wreck right there. A drone wreck right there. All right. Let's see if we can clear just a little bit of this out, and then we got to roll. I need to be way over elsewhere. Hang on. Where's that drone wreck? What's on top of that thing right there? Let's grab these real quick because we need another 60 some odd of those. Okay. Oh, come on now. Come on now. The bigger my game gets, the more stuff I build, the longer that save piece takes. So I really hope they drop that patch this next week, because it's freaking killing me every time it tries to save, man. It's like, and I even have it on my SSD, so it's not like it's trying to use old school technology and it wants SSD. It's got it. At some point, though, I'm going to have to get this computer replaced. I don't know if it's going to make it another year. Where is this drone? Over there. Right on the other side. So I have to keep my brains moving. Yeah, he's got to go first. Then you go. Then you go. Then you go. Then you two little losers. And then him. And then, oopsies. I don't know what it is about this gun. I really like this one more than I like any of the others. I don't know why. I have it set up in a way that I really like it, and it wraps out freaking ammunition and rounds fast as heck. But then the downside is it uses a lot of ammunition. But I still like it. Okay, we're in there. All right, we're missing a bunch of stuff down there. We'll have to come back over here at some point. Where's my bugs? Give me my bugs, man. Thank you. I am kind of moving along here. I know there's stuff in here to find. There's a couple of caves along here. There's a couple of drones, some bodies. I know they're here. I need to get. Because we got to get over that ridge right there before the there's a drone right there before the next rupture. Loser. Whoop, 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 whoop. Level 8 unlocked. Nice. I don't know what that gives us, though. I forgot. All right. Keep it moving. Keep it moving. Let's reload while we got the opportunity here. Maybe let's switch to the big gun. At least for a little while. Not use up as much ammo. Maybe. Well, we need some of those. Always need some of those. I never have enough of these. Doesn't matter what game I'm playing, which save I'm on. I never had enough of those. Alrighty, up the hill and through the woods. Here we go. Come on now. Come on. Let's go. We're gonna entice some people here in a second, though. There's bugs up here we have not met yet. have we? No, we're completely in new territory. Make sure nobody's sneaking up behind me. Saucy little minxes. Kidding, they're all a bunch of losers. They're disgusting. I know there was another guy. I saw him up here. Wasn't there? Wasn't there two of those little spitting bastards? No? Did you run away? Did you run away? No, you didn't. You're right there. Loser. Nice job, dude. Okay. Alright, off we go. Yellow brick road. Come on, you can... Okay, come on. There we go. You can get up here. Let's reload real quick while we're at it. Just in case. We are definitely way off in the back 40. That place is where we're headed. And that place is, you really want to hit that place when there's a rupture. Because there's at least a Goliath over there, right here in this little valley. Where those rocks are, there's at least a single Goliath in there, sometimes two. And there's a whole bunch of crap between here and there that you want to make sure that you are ready for. So what we're going to go do is going to weasel our way down here to the flat. Ooh, shiver. And we're going to put a base up. And so as soon as the rupture comes, we're going to run in and get what we need and get the hell out. But it is a bit of a puzzle. It's not just like a lot of the other ones where you can run in and you find the box and then you're able to run out. Where are you going, you big chicken shit? Really? So you got a little puzzle you have to find. You have to find like some security key cards, and then unlock a door. And then you get in, and then you have to try to do all this within the time that the rupture goes off. If not, everybody and their brother starts spawning, and it becomes an absolute nightmare that you are going to be very fortunate if you get yourself out of it. I've had the unfortunate mistake of doing that twice, and it did not end well for me. Nobody invited you. Okay. Gotta get the blue guys. Gotta get the blue guys. Shit. You don't get those blue guys, then they turn it. You have that infection issue, and it takes away your shields, and then they can overwhelm you, and it becomes a fat issue. Die, you little bugger. So you just got to be a little careful. Always target the blue dudes. Green dudes, that garbage can get avoided, so it's not. Did I get it? I think I got it, yeah. They're not that big of a deal, but those blue guys, if they come rolling up on you and explode and you get 2 or 3 of those guys busting your nugget, then it's a bad deal. And that is the Forgotten Engine, aka World Engine. There's bodies in here. I knew about these. Yeah, there's a obelisk thing in here too. There's a couple of dead bodies in here. Oh, get it? Get irradiated. Get out of here. Oh, 3, 4, 5 bodies? Wow, there was quite a few. And that's World Engine is over here. Here. Oh, way over there. Okay. That's why we're doing exploring, because we haven't in this game we haven't been out this far at all, which is kind of surprising because the entrance to the World Engine is literally right there, and we've done it. We've gone through it. So there's lots of exploring to do out here, so we need to find a halfway decent. I do not have a grenade again. Okay. Ooh, nice try. Ooh, ooh. That made me jump just a little. Say, hey, yo. Oh, I thought I saw some blue over there. Did I see blue over there? No, okay. So this is a spot where you can build a base, mainly just because there's the iron right there, and I think there's a small patch of there's a small patch of some calcite in here somewhere. Not 100% sure where it's at. I haven't come out this way in the game very often at all because it's so far out here, and it's such a pain in the ass to get to. Calcite's over here. So I think I'm gonna put my base down out here in the flat. Just at least the one that lets me come out here and teleport to and whatnot. Kicker we're going to have, though. As soon as I put this down, those guys are going to come after it. Those guys are going to come after it. And anybody else who might be hanging around out here. So, we're going to have to take a few people out. Let's take these guys out. These guys are... There's some blues out here. There we go. Whoopsies. Saw that shadow. Saw that shadow. Come on. Come on, let's just get it out the way so we don't have to do it later. Okay, I know there was at least one more blue over there. Did he chicken out and run away? Okay, he's way over there. Alright, let's see what we could get away with here. I don't know how much... oh, there are guys around? Where's the rupture coming? Okay, we're going to do this like this. And then we got to put the walls up as quickly as we can. Thank you. You don't want it to go all the way back. Why? You're going to be a butthole, aren't you? Let me do this freaking individually. You suck. Oh, and I'm going to screw it all up. Why? Let's hold it right there so we don't lose it. This is the poor man's way of protecting your base core so that you don't have to spend ammunition and resources trying to protect it. Oops. No. Come on now. So they don't really break buildings. They can only infect buildings, but they can't infect like the floors and stuff like that. They can only infect the building itself. And by putting this up, they can't get to the core to infect it. Anything else you can protect. And so you do this as a way to keep them from being able to infect and take down your core and make your life absolutely miserable. Somehow, though, I think this may get patched out. Because, Randall, welcome. I got just a sneaky suspicion that, okay, we're about to get a rupture. I need to get a base down and get inside. Everything else I can do from inside. Always got to put a window on your base, though. Oh, Randall, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's over there. So we're going to go here and here, here, and then we'll put down everything else that we need inside the base. We need one of these. And then we need our building stuff, that. And we'll need that put in. And then we're going to put one of these in. Because, yeah, we don't want to. And we're going to reset to this just in case something bad happens and we die over here. We have a way to get back. Let's get our water in here. Rehydrate ourselves. Watch the world burn. All right, let's go ahead and just kind of fix our stuff here. We need to do this first. So that we're good. Anything else we can put in there? No. Then we need to do this so that we clear out our inventory because we're going to run over there. Wow, 12,000. That was good. That was wonderful. Holy cow. Then we're going to put a bunch of stuff up in here so that we don't risk losing it. All right. So as soon as this goes normal, we have to haul rear, so that we can get over there and loot that whole place while it is all shut down, and all the bugs are dead. So yeah, off we go. We're running. This one takes a while. Of all of the bases in StarRupture to explore, this one, in my opinion, is the one that takes the longest. And that's because you have to get 3 or 4 keys to unlock the door that lets you get to the spot that you can get to the case that has the blueprints. And so you have to do a lot of running around. You got to be kind of quick in this place, because it will take you a little bit if you take note of it, because what I'm doing right now will help you get through it a whole lot quicker. Okay. There's multiple ways that you can come in on it. Come on, get that energy going. So you just have to kind of know which direction you're coming in from. That stuff really doesn't matter. What you're after is you're after three or 4 keys. So if you come in here on this end, or you come over by the way of the tower there, you're going to want to get over to this 2 stack of buildings right here. Your first key is on this building on the first floor. So you got to come up in here. Oh, shit. Come on, E. There we go. You got to come up on the first floor and get up here, and your first key is right here. The red key. So once you have the red key, now I got to remember, do you go that way or do you go that way? Oh, I can't remember. I think you go this way. And there's lots of lore in here as well to listen to and whatnot. But just know that if you're going to do that, you got to be careful, because it's going to use up your time that you're here, and that you're going to end up fighting. Okay, and then the next one is right on there. And there's stuff to listen to. Okay, so now you got to come in here, and there's two ways to get it. Okay, one is you come into this building, and you can pretty much just reach through the door, I think. No, there it is, right there. Now, once you have all of those, and let's see. I'm just trying to grab the extras. I'm gonna end up in the fight. I know I am. I'm screwing around way too much to avoid the fight. That's okay. I know how to beat it, so it's not that big of a deal. But yeah, you end up finding all 4 keys. So one is in the first building right here. Okay, on the broke down one, you go in through the bottom. The next one, you go over to the building on the far side there, you get it. Then you come back to the other side over here. Single floor building, you get it. Then you come back over here, get that one. And then you come over here. I'm just going to grab this stuff while I'm here, and I'm down here. You come over to this building, and you take these stairs up. Nothing there. You come up to here. You open this door. Okay, now close that door. Close that door, because if you don't, they will jump right in through that door and bust you in the forehead. Okay? Don't open this door, because that door right there leads another way for them to jump up. You're going to go up to the top here, and right here is the cards terminal. Cards go in there. You can open this door. Leads to the top floor on the other side. And then this, of course, is blocked up on the top. So we're going to take this. Okay, so now I got that looted. And then...
Open the damn door. Where are you? By the main computer. Why? I needed to get something, but the door's shut behind me. Can you open it?
Oh, fuck. Blake, the security system went down. That's why the door is locked. Stay put.
What do you mean it went down? Just now?
Yeah, I'll talk to Riley. Don't panic. We'll get you out of there. Over and out.
It's down? Hello? Hello?
We're gonna die. Okay, so once you unlock the door on the 3rd floor over here with the 3 key cards, come down the hallway, and you're gonna find a few other goodies. But here's your storage box that's got your items that we need. There's our turbine, electromagnetic coil. We already have the other stuff, so take it now. The question is, can we... We might actually have the time. Shit, we're gonna make a run for it. Hell yeah, we may have actually done this on time, even listening to those things. Ooh, watch out. Watch out. We are out of here, ladies and gentlemen. We may actually freaking make it out without a fight, even with screwing around. We're getting close, though. Oh, we did it. We did it. Nice. If you don't know where those things are at, though, you're going to get caught. And there's a lot of bugs to fight. I mean, a lot of bugs. Friendly Ghost, welcome. So that's one of those ones where, if you're playing with friends, bring lots of ammo. Make sure you put a base somewhere close, so in case somebody dies, and you've synced yourself to that base, you don't have to worry about running all the way back from way on the other side of the map to get back over here. But yeah, this radio antenna tower satellite dish majobber, right underneath of it here is that area. I know that if you get to it prior to the world doing this, yes, well, north center, you start here, it's all the way up in the north, kind of the north center. World Engine is over there, so your entrance to the World Engine is there. If you come northwest of the World Engine, you'll come to this big valley, and you'll be able to see it from over there. You'll see this tower. You'll be able to see it from pretty good distance away, and so. But you don't want to go to the tower itself. You want to come to this rock's right below it over here. You definitely want to put a base out here. There's lots of stuff to explore. There's not a lot of resources out here, but there are enough. But really putting just a basic base out here lets you put the regeneration chamber down. So in case you get stuck there, when it respawns and all the bugs go bloop, if you die, you at least have a place that's close. And I would recommend putting down some storage and making sure you put in some foods and some basic building material and leave some ammo behind. And the reason I say all of that is because if you do die, instead of having to dodge all of the aliens to try to get back to your gear, you can just make a new gun and already have some ammo made, and you've got food here to replenish your health. Your food, water, and get yourself set up to go back in there again. A whole lot easier. I made the mistake the first time I came over here. Ooh, 20,000, that's nice. And it was painful because I didn't put down a regeneration chamber, and I spawned all the way back. It sucked. So now I know. All right, there we go. And there we go. All right, right now at this point we have all of the recipes, everything we need. We just need to finish, go grab 100 of those and put those in. We need to start making those and start making that. And we'll unlock the rest of these items that we need. We need the electromagnetic coils, and we need pumps to unlock some of the next stuff. All right, so now I always like to leave. Yeah, I was about to say I thought I left some stuff here. So we're gonna leave a little bit of this and a little bit of that, so that we don't have to carry it all back. Leave some food out here just in case. Leave some of that out here. Keep that. Keep all that ammo. I don't really use the shotgun, so I'll leave that out here. Leave this out here. Leave that out here. Leave that out here. Take all the rest of this back with me. Increase stamina regen. Nice. That's only during slide, though. We'll take this with us. We need that right now because we're actually going to put a teleporter out here. Angel, welcome. Yeah, I'm going to take that with me. Too. We'll take that back with us. Yeah, we'll take the rest of that with us. Okay. So now we need to We need to put some power out here. Put a nice big fat freaking solar generator. And then we're going to put a teleporter. We'll fix up the floor just a little bit so it's easier to walk on. Da, da, da. Why are you doing that? Take this out. Put the floor the rest of the way in. Just kind of make this look a little nice. Not, yeah, you have to get the teleporter, you have to complete the Forgotten Engine, or the World Engine, however you want to refer to it. I don't know why it does that sometimes. No. Nobody said do that. Why are you being so stinky? We'll leave it like that. Put the stairs in. Okay. Okay, since I can teleport out of here, what I am going to do is I'm going to drop a defense turret. And I'm going to put this ammo in this defense turret, so that it can protect the world while I'm not here, and at least do a little bit there. And now we're going to come here, and I don't have a base name. We're going to do that. Now we're going to go back to the main base. Bink, bink. Yeah, the northeast bugs are pretty rough. Okay, we are going to need to make... I'm going to eat this, use that. I'm going to use that. That'll cover that. We're going to go over here and grab some more building material, because we need to make some more bullets. Where's some... There we go. Okay. And then we're going to check our lems to make sure we got the best ones going here. Bullets, standard. Yep, that works for me. Let's get you out of the way, you out of the way, you out of the way. Put you up there, and you up there. Nope, not 100, and you up there. We're going to go in here, we'll put the excess in here for now. We'll drop that in. You know what? Let's do a little research with that. Holy cow, that's quite a bit. Let's go ahead and pick up our leftovers here. Get these out of the way. Get that where it's supposed to go. That's leftover too. We get out of the way. Get out of the way. As you can tell, I have a very specific format I like to put my stuff. You don't need to go in there. You need to go in here. You guys go up here. And you. We can unlock that. Increases the rate of fire. All those are pretty heavy duty deals. Do we have anything on here we can unlock? Nope. Nope. I think we've unlocked all this stuff on this one. Not this. We'll put that in there. Okay. We'll go back here, and I guess it's just a matter of unlocking whatever we got. We don't really care, to be honest. Just want to start unlocking it. Oh, do I still have 110? Oh, my goodness. Oh, we need 130. Of course. Okay, we'll put it back in here. All right, upstairs. Real quick, let's check our lems. See. Oh, first, let's do this. So we reset ourselves to spawn here. Okay. We've got max stamina by 50 and max stamina by 50. So we're, or 80 and 50. So we're kicking off on stamina big time. What else can we put up here? Stamina regen and fall damage. Neither one are really, that's only regen by sliding. So it's not a huge, sorry, I got a couple of things I'm trying to get done here, and people need me to confirm. Okay. I'm trying to get my stuff done with Social Security, and man, they have some very particular timelines on those things, man. They are very don't give a shit. Okay, so we don't need those. We don't, let's see, what do we got here? Shield and the recharge. Do we have just another shield? Okay, those don't make a difference. What do we got? Food. Max health by 25, so I get 50 additional health. We don't really care about the respawn. I don't die that much. Don't need those. Okay, so let's go over here and look. Oh, this is a freaking mess. Okay, let's split this up by color. We got to do a little housekeeping. Housekeeping is required. We'll take the blues and put those back down on the other one. Okay, and then here, let's take the reds off. We'll put the greens in. Alright, what we got over here? We'll put the reds in here. Thing is, let's check this one. Yeah, it's a mess. It's a mess, as usual. Okay, and then green. Oh, look at that. We got just enough room for a green. Okay, what can we put in here again? We need a blue and a green. All right, so let's look at our blues. What do we got? Double jump cost, dodge, fog of war area uncovered by the player. That's a pretty good one. Dodge, stamina regen, increased stamina regen by 20%. That's actually a better one right there. There's an increase by 30. Oh, man, that's 70% with the slide, though. That's huge. But this is passive. I'm going to go this passive regen, because that's probably a better deal. Okay, so now we need a green. All right, what do we got for greens? Most of these are calorie and stuff like that. Okay, so hydration 20. I think I'm going to go with this one. Honestly, because out of the ones that I've got, that's probably the next best one. Because we've got a max health and a max health. And then that hydration piece is the one that gets us the most. This hydration wears out so fast. Okay, so we've got our lems figured out. We've got our resources, our stuff done there. Our keys for things. Okay. All right, let's go downstairs. I think I really want to just do some more exploring, but hardening agent, turbines, electromagnetic cell, lenses, and pumps. We were making valves before. Let's go see what we got here. Sulfuric acid, chemicals, and wolfram plate. And the hardening agent is applicators, synthetic silicone, and sulfuric acid. Which one is going to get us the most points? That's the question. Hardening agent there. So hardening agent is going to get us the most points here. And that unlocks the compounder, which we need for the superconductors, synthetic resin, lenses, and everything else. We also need this assembler, which is going to unlock the electromagnetic, condensers, scanners, resonators, generators. Oh my goodness, that's a lot of stuff. Okay. Damn. I think we need this one first. But let's look at what these get us. Those get us multi-rails. Pumps would be nice to get a couple of pumps out. Megapress makes those. But I think I need turbines for that. So I probably should go set up pressurized helium and just have it ka-chunk away while we're not doing anything. Because pressurized helium, I don't think takes a lot. These amplifiers would be really nice. War bonds, I'm not overly concerned about war bonds. If I do pressurized helium, there's 2 of these that I could nail with pressurized helium. That might be what we have to go look at. I don't have a mega press sitting here. Let's put ourselves a mega press down. So we can just look at things we need to be made. Yeah, pumps, we haven't even unlocked them, and we need valves, turbines, impellers, and sulfuric acid. And we aren't making any turbines right now, so that's the ouchie. Turbines take impellers, stators, rotors, and sulfuric acid. We are making impellers, though, so that's not a problem. Stators we can make, rotors we can make, sulfuric acid we have. I think we are making batteries. We set batteries up yesterday. Right over there. Let's pop over to the nozzle base really quick, which has got our valves as well, because I do believe recipes. We need 100 valves. We need 100 valves. So we just need to grab those and drop those in there. And then the furnace makes... What does it take to make these? Wolfram plates, acid, and chemicals. Acid we would have to pump in. We have to bring in because we don't have... and then chemicals. And what does it take to make chemicals? Synthetic silicon, wolfram powder, and helium. And synthetic silicon takes powder, ceramics, and helium. And ceramics... We need to find a big place that has calcium or the calcite. Preferably something that's got some wolfram near it. Let's just look at our map. Do we have a spot? I know that up the hill right here is a big thing of calcite, but the problem with that is there's no wolfram anywhere near it. The nearest one that we've got, but this is the weakest set of calcite I've ever seen. It's all poor. I've got some calcite here, but I don't think there's any wolfram nearby. I think we're going to need to go back over here because... Yeah, because those things that we need are kind of far away. We've used up a lot of our good spots locally to make some of this stuff, and I just don't think stuff's going to hold up very well. I'm going to grab a little bit of extra ammo. Yeah, I'm going to grab a little bit of extra ammo here. And we're going to have to go explore a little more. We're going to go explore back out there in the far away. The far out there base. We're going to go back out here and look around, because I don't remember a lot that's out here. I'll be honest. But we may need some of the stuff that's here. Yeah, let's just go. There's some calcite right here. Could have swore there were some bugs right here too at one point. See, this is crappy calcite. You're going to get like 2 a second off of that. And that's not going to be worth the effort to put that in. This looks like it's a little better. Yeah, it's probably a normal, so you're going to get 4 off of that. And I don't know if that's a... Okay, so you're going to get... You got 2 crappies and 2 normals. So this isn't going to get you very much, and I don't see, right now, I don't see any wolfram that is close enough to use. And I really don't want to be trying to do too much flying crap around, I'll be honest. So we're going to have to keep looking. Power's not an issue. I mean, we can make some pretty heavy duty solar panels. And I think pretty much everything out here, you can build every solar panels everywhere out here. There's not a spot out here that is blocked by the sky from the sun, so you can't use it. And the solar panels do have a, you know, if you put it in the shade or try to, it says you can't build it here. All right, y'all want to be froggy. Let's go find the goodies. Where are, oh, hello you and your buddies. Get him. Get him. There's there. There's still a body here? Wait a second. All right. Was it in the tree? It's in the tree. Oh, that's interesting. Huh. Who would have known? Who would have known? Not I. Let's go. Okay. Just looking for the sparklies. Get some, buggy bugs. I'm just kind of exploring, looking around, seeing if I can find some goodies. At the same time, see what's what, because we're looking for a spot that would have calcite and at the very least wolfram close by. At least those 2 things. And so that's where we're going. Oh, look at there. Under the rock. We'll take those. Those are all good free data points and goodies and things like that that you can get your fingers on. Alright, this pretty much, that was nothing but a dry rub right there. There is literally nothing in this area. Really? Not a damn thing? Not a damn thing right here. Nothing. Barren. Barren, barren, barren. We'll take a walk into bloody water that's probably going to give us some crazy alien disease. It's going to suck. We're going to die. There's something over here. Let's see. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Ah, another drone. We'll take all those, because all those data points are going to make a difference. When we get the assembler and the compounder, I think we need those for we need the data points for blueprints, so we don't want to waste them. We want to make sure that we keep them available, so when those two machines become unlocked, it'll be super easy to unlock the blueprints that are there. We hope. We hope. This ground. I mean, the way they made this look. Undead, welcome. MC Scared of Bees, welcome too. The way they made this look, this is just beautiful. I mean, to be honest, come on. If you look at this, that's pretty. I mean, you're on an alien world, right? They gave it texture, they gave it life, they threw in some alien-ish kind of look to it, so you're not sitting there thinking, oh, it's just another version of Earth. You've got some alien creatures, you got alien plants, and the StarRupture is here, and if you look at every single tree, every tree looks like the wind or the rupture has pushed it, and it's continued to grow like that. That's some attention to detail in a video game that you don't see quite as often as you think you should. So I give these guys props for world building. But again, this is Creepy Jar. You know, they did Green Hell, and Green Hell is a beautiful game. Has great world building and storytelling in it. It is absolutely fantastic. So I don't want to say I would expect nothing less from these guys, but to be honest, their skill in world building, I kind of would expect nothing less. They've set a standard that's a little bit up there, even for themselves, which is impressive. I mean, push the limits. Push the limits, guys. I appreciate it. I do. Oh, MC, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. Big time. You're helping me grow this channel. Trying to do it, trying to get it up there. I want to play with the big boys. I could have swore there was a bot. Yeah, there's a body in here. Oh, I tell you, man, I'm okay with that. I mean, I know the difference between the real world and gaming. But there's a point. Though it's okay. So let me caveat this just a little bit. That even now, there are people that spend so much time in the video game that they kind of forget that the real world exists. And so I think if we get to a point, there was a movie, Crysac Stream, welcome. There's a movie with, what's his name? Damn it. What is the guy's name? the Die Hard dude. Somebody help me out. My brain is like seriously starting to twitch. Bruce Willis. Damn it. Yes. It is absolutely from the developers of Green Hell. Some guys named Creepy Jar, or a company named Creepy Jar. And they have done a fantastic job. Anywho, there's a movie with Bruce Willis that that people use, like they go into robots. They can like project their mind into like a robot. Surrogate. Thank you very much. And I could see with the way that some people are with video games, where they get really in depth, that is a very conceivably possible thing. Yeah, and if you look even at the one movie, I'm having trouble with movies today and people's names. I don't know why. Gamer. The movie's Gamer, where they can take control of people and they run them through fake battlefields and stuff. But it in my brain, it would be very conceivable that you could do a whole game where that occurs, and not like VR. Okay, not VR. Like you can actually take control of a fake body robot kind of thing, and your gaming experience can go into that. And I would like the things that you buy. You could buy better armor for that robot character, and it could take greater amounts of damage and that kind of stuff like that. Oh, it sounds ridiculously expensive, but I mean, think about it. Give us, Whiskey, welcome. Give us 50 years. Give us 50 years. Because right now, in Japan, their development in robotics is insane. You give them another, 10 years with how far they've come in the last 20. It's possible. The only thing that needs to catch up, and I'm okay. I mean, I don't know. I'm tossed on it. I'll be honest. It's a moral dilemma in my brain. Is VR. I really want VR to get off its ass and become more affordable, and more games build towards VR. But at the same time, I know how people are with just regular video games right now, and some people can't disconnect from their current game. So if you made it VR, that some people will never disconnect, I think. And that could be a very horrible problem. And it kind of gets addressed in the movie Ready Player One. Let's see. MC, intertwined muscle systems, they just figured out. Give it 4 more. Yeah. I'm telling you, there's some stuff on the horizon in my time, and I'm 51. In my time, we're gonna see. Just look at the front of an Apache helicopter, the helmet eye sync. Well, okay, so Whiskey, think about this. Okay, that was created in the 80s. that Apache weapon system, I-Link, that was the 80s. So, you know, the Apache didn't come out. I'm sorry, hang on. I might be mixing up my helicopters. My brain tweaks sometimes. No, it was the Cobra. Cobra was Vietnam. Apaches were in the 80s. And they're the ones that have the head helmet I-Link piece to them. Oh, and we're so close to a full driving game. Absolutely. Yeah. I'm telling you, you could, yeah. I again, though, when you're talking about expense, yeah, a mobile, like an actual VR real driving game, I think the expense there would exceed the viability. However, if you've seen some of these guys driving rigs that they have, and some of these flight simulator deals, and there's a guy out there somewhere. I catch his shorts every so often. I think he plays Arma Reforger. But he's got this helicopter rig set up that he plays the game on that is pretty much a freaking helicopter. So I think that in that case, we have, when it comes to gaming, I think that we've got a very exciting future. The key is we need the right person to make the investment, and then the investment, the tech has to come down in price so that people can actually get it. And so I'm excited about the future of gaming. I'm excited about what we have possibilities on the horizon. Though at the same time, I'm also a realist, that it's a moral balance there that has to be taken into consideration. Because just like drinking, some asshole is going to drink and drive and kill somebody. And if you give somebody a full-blown freaking VR rig that lets them have a lot of that freedom of being in the game for a long time, you're going to have people who are going to... somebody will forget to eat and freaking die. And that will happen. I'm almost positive of it. And then that'll bring in, then that'll bring in the government. And they'll be like, oh, you can't do that anymore. You've got to put safety protocols because somebody's freaking retarded and needs to be babysat in everything that they do. I just drew a Goliath. Son of a bitch. I did not want that. Son of a gun. We gotta go. We've got to go. I cannot fight that dude very well. They gave him a fun little added skill that lets him... you can't get in a high area and hide from him. He'll knock you off of it now. I'm going to draw the attention of every bug in this entire place. Oh, this sucks so hard. I screwed up. If I can try to put some stuff between me and them, might get them to go elsewhere. I'm trying to figure out how some of these people get, multiple computers linked just in general. I'd love to be able to... I'm just trying to figure out right now, like, how can I get link the two computers so that I can have one. I can have one that manages all of the streaming stuff and the software for the streaming, so I don't have to put as much strain on my computer. And then my main computer is able to just stream or just play the game. And that's where I'm running into issues, and I haven't even got to the point. Some of y'all out there are pretty freaking smart when it comes to computers. I used to be there. I used to be really. Did that say there was a rupture coming? I missed that. I think there's a rupture coming. I used to be really smart on computers, and then I just got old and didn't care and lost my skills to it. Now my son builds all my computers for me. I taught him how to do all of it, and then he's like, "Oh, Dad, no, that's so easy. Here, we do this." I'm like, "Dude, what the hell?" Fear is the Mind Killer. This is a game called StarRupture. 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 It is a wonderful game. It is a mixture of its primary genre is factory building. However, they've taken factory building in a little bit of a different direction, and they've added in more combat, more survival elements to it, and more exploration in comparison to what other games have done. It might be. My son was saying something the other day that actually now there's the same people who have my soundboard Elgato or Stream Deck or whatever. They actually, nope, you don't want to go in there. They actually have like a Stream Deck piece that with a couple of cables you can make it happen. That has become way easier now. Woo! Ba-boom! And let life be scoured away. That gives me the willies every single time. And all the bad guys are dead. Alright, let's, okay, I don't know why I keep saying I got something for that. Hydro bulbs, put that in there, put those in there. Let's unlock that. Finally, pricklers. Add that in there. Come on. Oh, need more. That's it. Okay. Let's put some of this stuff away. Do this. We'll put some of that away. Put that up there. Collapse that down. Put that there. We're going to keep this stuff with me. Okay. Yeah. So you have like one computer that's doing all of your video game playing. So your undead. Hey, thank you for that heart, by the way. Appreciate that. You've got the one that is just playing the video game. And then you have the other computer that is running like the cameras and the mic and the software that you use to screen capture and send everything off to the internet and do all the video processing that is required. Okay, now that those guys are dead, I'm going to run back over here. So it just really, because in games now, oh my God, I'm gonna have to figure out how to buy another SSD. The freaking games now that are they're killing me. They got to be on an SSD, and they freaking have to, you've got to have a, 96 megabytes of RAM or gigabytes of RAM, and and the SS and the amount of space they take up on your SSD is just, oh my god, it's so horrible. Le Capo, welcome. Yeah, it's just some of the resource drains that they have on stuff now are just so heavy duty. Did that not? Oh, that's not working. It's getting out of hand. I mean, I'll be honest, it's getting out of hand because I've got like 4 games that I have to run. They will not work if you don't have them on an SSD, and they're all like freaking 120 gigabytes, all of them. It's like, are you kidding me? Yeah. So right there, yeah, I gotta freaking spend $500 just for the drive to run the game. That's insane. $500 just so that I can have space on my hard drive to run more than one game at a time. That's just a little ridiculous. Okay, I am officially going where I have never been in this game before. I don't know how far back this goes. I don't even know what's out here. Where are we? We are way out here. Holy crap. I've never been this far out in this game. I knew this world was massive. Even for an early access, this world is just freaking huge. And this is only the early, all of this where you see this green, that's all radiation zone that is part of the map that is made. They just haven't opened it up for us to get to yet. Which to me says, okay, you're going to need a vehicle. I mean, the teleporters are nice, but you're going to need a vehicle. Oh, look here. Let's turn the light on and go down here and find out what we got. Let's find something good. We need these quartz because the quartz crystals make the quartz building material, which lets us make the teleporters. So we need these. I want to get up there. I do like the fact that in the game they gave us the double jump to start with. I am curious though if they're going to take it away from us and make it like a skill or something that you're going to have to unlock. Because most games don't just give you the double jump right from the get-go. Most of them are going to make you have to earn it. Oh, look at that. There's another one. Cool. What a day, what a day. I spent all morning having to fill out paperwork. I was kind of panicked, I'll be honest. Social Security Administration they don't play. And so if they give you a timeline, man, you got to be on it. And that, I don't do good with that kind of stress anymore. I got burnt out doing that as a project manager. And, man, I had this whole hernia thing come up and delayed me about a week on getting my paperwork done. And it had to be turned in today. And I'm like, oh, I don't know what I'm going to do. Wow, look at that. That's crazy. Oh, wow. Look at that. I don't know if I should do this out here or not. I'm kind of ways. I'm a little ways out here. I don't. I mean, like, I'm not just a little ways out there. I'm a long ways out here. There's a body back there. Wait a second. Wait a second. Wait a second. There's supposed to be a body over here. Did I miss it? Is it up here, maybe? Because it sure as heck wasn't in the... Yeah, it's right there. All right, I don't know if I should do it. Part of me says do it. Let's take this thing on because it'll unlock a huge chunk of visual around this place. But these are not. These are not. The further out you get, the harder these become. And if it dunks a freaking Goliath out here, I'm in so much trouble. I want to put up. I can't put anything. I have to put one of these up. I can put one of these up. Screw that. I'm gonna put that up. We're gonna put a. We're gonna put a block around it, right? So this protected, and then we'll start a fight. Because I could put a I can put a tower. I can put another turret right here, and that will cut off, or at least give me another gun hand to shoot stuff. Satyrian, welcome. All right, let's do this real quick. We got the chance here. We're gonna put this down. Keep them from infecting this, because if we call them in, half of them will come over here and infect this, and it'll totally ruin my day. So we want to put this up so that they cannot infect the core. But then this core will allow me the opportunity to put down, and I can just take all this down. That's the fun stuff about this. It allowed me to put down some power, and I can put down a couple of, at least a turret. I don't know if I can get more than one turret to give me a hand on unlocking this little geological survey thingamajigger-bobber. And since I've got that down now, I just need to put a little bit of power here, so we'll just drop a wind turbine in here, and then we can do this. Turret. I don't know what bullets this thing takes. I haven't put one of these down yet. Anybody put one of these, played this yet, and dropped... you can protect the geo the same way. Oh, really? Really? Did not know that. Well, most of the time I don't put down a thing down, but son of a gun. Okay. Well, that's good to know. Let's drop some ammo in here. That should be enough, right? That should be more than enough for that. Okay, we're gonna have to try that. I got another one I want to try that on. Let's reload. Nope, not gonna make it. Come on. Losers! Ooh. Oh, look at that. What's that over there? Woohoo! Oh, coming from the other way. Oh, y'all won't be stinkers. Coming from behind. Oh, nice jump, dude. Ooh, avoided a big deal back there. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Incoming. Get all my goodies. Get all my goodies. Get all my goodies. Where you at, loser? Gotcha. Got you too. Got you too. Oh, get out of here. Oh, hello. Ugh. Okay, I gotta go get this scorpion dude who's launching freaking rounds from out here. Yep, there you are. I see you. Gotcha. These things that it drops right here actually give you a pretty decent data points. You little jerk. Cover up all the way around, cap off the top. Use a corner to get inside. Works. Huh. Okay. Yeah, it's the Goliaths are the ones that, to be honest, they're the ones that scare me more than anything else. And that's because they have an attack that even if I got above up on a rock where they can't reach me, they've got this weird like clap attack thing that they do. And it shoots like a red wave or something that knocks you back and does a horrible amount of damage. Hang on, howdy. Interesting audio today. No game sound besides the game sounds your mic pick up from the speakers and street noise in the background. Really? No game sound. All right. Well, we're going to have to solve that problem here. Are you guys over on TikTok getting any like double feedback or game sound coming through the mic? I think I gotta update my mic. I gotta fix some settings. Not 100% sure here. Okay, testing 1, 2, 3. Yeah, you guys might still be hear the weapon, nothing else. Okay. I don't know, man. Every time I come back from a break, something's not working, even though I don't touch anything. Okay, hearing gunshots better now. What does it sound like if it's picked up by mic, not directly from the game? Well, and my game audio stuff is definitely cranked up. I'm gonna have to fight with that a little bit. I put this new for Twitch and YouTube. I put on some new overlays, and I've never done that before by myself. I've always had like Streamlabs or something else do it for me, and this time I did it. I got somebody to do them for me, and then I put them on myself, and I think I might have got things out of whack, to be honest. At least a little bit. Oh, how far are you gonna let me go? This is way, way up here. I mean, look at, you start the game all the way down here. I am freaking like 3 days away. That's crazy. But there's goodies out here, so we're gonna find the goodies. I told you, most of this stream, what we're gonna do is we're doing a lot of exploring today. There's a lot of area we haven't been to, and I want to see what's up here in the game. Plus, we're also looking for... Oh, okay, that was way... That's out that way. There it is. We're looking for a spot so that we can put things together for the turbine. And the turbine is... I don't think it's as difficult as the nozzle, but I do think it's pretty freaking... it's a little bit complex. But it takes a lot of calcite. So we need to find a good spot that has calcite, and it's near wolfram, copper basically. So we got to find a spot where that works. And right now, any place that actually is like that, we're already using for other stuff. And so that's where we're kind of off kilter with a couple of these things and locations of where we're making things. Okay, what's right here? Oh, we totally missed it. Let's go back that way. Oh, right there. We are definitely in a spot of the game and the world and the map that we haven't been. We haven't been anywhere even close to. So this is very, very, very interesting. Part of me says I should take that down. Just take it all with me. Because I don't see, I mean, there's literally like, there's no resources right here. We might get some sulfur down here. Yeah, we're going to go back and grab these couple of things, and then we're going to take that down and take it with us. There's a pretty good sized sulfur field right there. Interesting base piece over there, and another geo right there. Ali, welcome. Yeah, let's go over here and get our stuffs, and then we'll move on up. Let's see. Okay, there was one that was close this way, over there. Over here, over there. Oh, yeah, here's another one. Wow, there's like three There's 3 of those things right here. That's all right. All right. That dead body's gonna be in there. I'll bet you anything. Yep. Guess what? There it is. And we want to go that way. This map is just, these guys they did a phenomenal job with this map and the way things look and just the little nooks and crannies and pieces and places that you can look into and see what's there and find and mess with. Just absolutely phenomenal. I mean, really, really great job these guys did. Get out of there. Okay, there's something up in there. If I can avoid running into a Goliath, that would be great. We just might, though. We actually might be okay. Yeah, okay, that doesn't actually go all the way through. Woo, doo, 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 doo. Yeah, there's not, I mean, they got 2 pillars out here, but to me, that doesn't seem like there's much of a reason to stay out here. Well, okay, no, I take that back. You could probably make a base right here. And you could make one over here. You need the helium and you need the sulfur, but I can't remember if you need them together. Yeah, I think you do. Oh, man, I'm not sure. It would seem like I want to build a base out here, but I don't want to build a base out here, right? Not right now. I don't. Let's go put this stuff. I'm gonna use a little. I don't want to say it's a cheat, but I'm gonna do a nicety little trick here just to make my life easier, real fast. Oh, I need these. Hang on, get that. Let's just do it right here. And we want to put that down, and we want to put one of those down, and then we do this, and we clear out our inventory. 10,000, that's nice. Wow. Okay, we need those. We'll take all these. We'll come over here. There we go, yay! And glow caps. Okay, and now, since we get all of our stuff back, Super 5, I didn't say welcome, but thank you for letting me know about the sound, and welcome to the stream. Okay, let's take this out. Well, it did use quite a bit of ammo. No, you can crank out as many freaking bases as you want. There is, at this point, you can make as many habitats as you want. You can make as many base cores as you want. And you can go right here. So in this case here, here's my core. I can do this one right here. And I can delete everything that's in the base core area. Just like that. And I get it all back. Oh, yeah, you can, if you, like, what I've got back down here, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, and that would have been 23. That would have been 24. Yeah, it's absolutely not. I mean, hey, look, it's if it's in the game, it's in the game. Sorry. That was so wrong in every possible way. No, I mean, if they've allowed for it at this point, hey, you do. It's not cheating. Do it. Use it. But I expect EA would be proud. But I would suspect that here in the next, in another patch or so, they'll do something. I don't know. Maybe they won't. Maybe they'll just let it ride. Because there's no reason. There's no reason to do that. Of course, this goes back to that subjected piece that we talked about, I don't know, a week ago or so when we were talking about base cores and upgrades and things like that. That part of the game is upgrading your core. And so right now, you can get away with not upgrading your core just by spreading your stuff out a little. Oh my goodness, get away from me. No, you don't. They'll do something in the aspect that may limit either the number of base cores or the number of habitats that you could put on the ground in order for you to have to upgrade your base core in some manner. And my philosophy on that is only simply because the base core upgrade and the alien, bugs attacking it and whatnot it's a core feature of the game. And currently, I haven't upgraded a single core. And I'm 40, almost 50 hours into this game on this playthrough right here. I've got other playthroughs that I'm 60 hours in. And I haven't upgraded a single core. So I don't know what they're going to do about that one. I wouldn't think that you'd put a core feature in the game and then just let people bypass it. You'd want to try to, I don't want to say force it, but encourage it. Someone has cored the whole map. So it's not something only we've done. It's something that other people have done as well. That's funny. That's awesome. I love it. Well, and I think I don't think the bugs spawn in areas that are cored. So if you have a core somewhere, you don't have any spawns. So if he cored the whole map, then I would say that, you probably are going to see more people do that, or the price of the core go up. That may be the other thing that I would see being created as a possibility, is like the first 10, say the first 10 cores that you have cost, the regular price for a core. But then the next, I don't know, 5 or 10 cores that you want to put up, they cost, they cost kind of like what you're doing in the regular game, where you have things go up based on the, where is my food? Like now, at a certain point, you'd have to use, say, intermediate building material, and then you'd have to use like the quartz building material. So by the time that you get up to having, 15 or 20 cores laid out, it's going to cost you. Now, if that's where you want to spend your resources, no big deal. But it's not something that's going to be just as easy as farming a simple, just a simple meteorite, and then you're good. Personally, I think cores right now are too cheap. I was kind of surprised when it's like all you need to do for a core is a meteorite. That's it. And meteorites fall every single time, and you don't have to do anything else but just go farm some meteorites. I'm kind of like, that's pretty... I mean, there's like no effort to that. So but again, early access, we're going to see changes come, good and bad. It's just the way early access works, and it's just the way that, balancing happens and those things like that. And we haven't had any of that yet. We've had zero in balancing and additional materials and stuff like that put in yet. So it's going to happen. And there's no challenge to the game if all you can do is run around and get meteorites and then make the whole place one big fat base core. Where's the challenge? I would think if you put in a creative mode, that would be something that you could do. But I think as an actual like playthrough, you would want some kind of added constraint. Again, if you're trying to set yourself aside and basically create your own niche and say, why my game? Wow, look at that out there. Is that 5? That's 5. Oh, wow. Get out of there. That's 5 helium out there. Woo! Have you found the fight glitch? No. There's a fight glitch? Now I'm curious. Flight, not fight. Oh, no, I haven't. Not that I would use it, but I haven't found it. Again, I think Super 5, it's exactly the same as 7 Days to Die. They embraced the modding community 100%, and I'm down with that. It works with me. At the same time, they... I don't know if we should do the same thing over here. They've opened it up so modders could, they've embraced the modding community. And I dig that. I do. They just have it set to where, if you do a standard install, you're going to get the base game. And for a long time, I only played 7 Days to Die as a vanilla game. I never got involved with mods on it. And so I'm good with that. You know, make your game, leave it open for the mods. You know, leave the items that you want open for the mods to be able to adjust, just like 7 Days did, which is pretty much just about everything in the freaking game. And then let the people choose. I would be very curious of what people do with mods for this game, like how they change the enemies. It would be nice if they changed the core size, and or as you upgrade the core, it upgrades the core's footprint. Because that would encourage me to put down one core and then just upgrade that core, so that I could just have one core and a big fat footprint. Let's see. Ramp with ladder at the end. Slide off it. Let's see. Ramp with the ladder at the end. Slide off it. I played with it for a day, but you know what? We're gonna screw around. Now, where we at? Where we at? Okay. I do though. I'm gonna do this one real quick though, since we're here. I don't think I don't need that much. And then we're gonna put a tower there. Put a tower there. Oh, guess what? We probably don't have enough ammo. That sucks. We're gonna freaking screw ourselves, aren't we? Let's do that, and then let's do this. Hello, Christy. All right, we're gonna try this one little piece here real quick. Okay, so let's see, ramp. So you're talking about like stairs? I don't see a ramp. Oh, I don't want to save and have to reload. We're not gonna do that. I'll try it later. Let's see. All right, main base. We got to go back and get some ammo. We're gonna come back here and do this. They're tear it all down. Ammo. Get your head out your ear. And then we need to grab some of that. You know what? Let's just grab the rest of this and we'll make a whole bunch. Just wanted to say hi and off to paint nails. Well, hello and goodbye. Enjoy nail painting. Let's clear out some of this stuff. Long stretch platform, okay. So I'm just looking at some stuff that I got going on here. I just want to make sure what we take back with us and do that. We're gonna make sure we got enough ammo for stuff. Excuse me. Let's see, there's a mod releases remove building restrictions around various POIs like cube. There's a mod that adjusts pillars so that one can have 10 or whatever it likes on top of each other, plus other solutions for infinite material, unlocks everything from start. Things like that in many cases probably comes as options in the sandbox mode. Yeah, I'm sure that in creative mode, you're gonna get the freedom to do whatever the hell you want. You know, I would be. I mean, okay, so think on this. Think on this. A mod for this game that turns it more into an RPG. Like there's factions. And I don't want to necessarily say quests, but maybe. Maybe. But I would think some factions in different areas. Um, you have 1,000,001 different. Now, zombies, in my opinion, are overdone. So that would suck if somebody went and did, like, you know, made these creatures zombies, came up out of the ground. Somebody's going to do it. I know somebody's going to do it right now. But having some NPCs and some, you know, zombies running, or some NPCs running around, some of the fixing all of those outpost pieces. You know, so they actually look like nice outposts, and put traders or something in them. That would be pretty slick. Yeah, kind of a mix with Empyrean. Yeah, kind of that direction. I would think that this world right here, based on the size of it, just for the early access, not talking about, you know, when they open the full map up, it's going to be a really large map. So if you could put some, you know, you fix all of the settlements. All the settlements are all fixed up. You put some NPCs in them. You could put, you know, some help the NPC kind of options in there, random attacks that, you know, if you jump to that place real quick, you could help defend them. You build up a reputation with them. You could get different, better tradable items. And the fact that you replace some of the guns or mods that you can put on the guns that it gives you. I think there's a... Yet you still do this building. Like some of the needs for these people, these NPCs in the game, and these little rebuilt POIs would be that they need, you know, 200 of some kind of material thing that you already build in the game. But if you do that for them, then it increases their, I don't know, your reputation with them, or their strength, or you know, if I really sat down and dug at it, I could probably come up with something just freaking phenomenal. But I'm sure a modder out there somewhere will come up with something super cool in that aspect. But I think that's the one thing in this genre of game that hasn't been done satisfactory. What is it? The Factorio, and then there's that other. I gotta look because it bothers me. Foundry. Foundry is another one of these base building automation, you know, open world crafting kind of deal like that. None of those games have done that yet. None of them have put, you know, well, okay, hang on. I take that back just a little bit, just a fraction, because you do have Stationeers. And if you haven't played Stationeers is a freaking phenomenally fun game. It really is. There's a, you're going to take notes. Let's just say that. If you play Stationeers, it has automation. It has, you know, processes that you build and things that you do in the game. And it does have, at a certain point, a trader that you can call in to sell things to and trade with and buy things from and stuff like that. But that stupid thing has, man, it's got, I don't want to say it's a steep learning curve, but you're going to be doing you're going to be doing some research online. I'll just say that it does in some cases use some computer code thought processes in order to get, say, your smelting to heat pressure temperatures to work just right, or to get your solar panels to track the sun just the right way. It's got stuff like that that just makes you. At times, I've looked at the game and I'm like, this is not a game for normal people. This isn't a game that like some butthole engineer made just to drive everybody bonkers. Not exactly, but it. But there is no NPCs in the game, though, so you don't, other than just the one trader guy. Now, there is the other, what's that other game? Now you guys got me talking about games, and I can't remember names today for shit. My names are not working in my brain very well at all. It's the one where you get in like the robot deal, and you have to get rid of the purple blob in areas to make the environment better and whatnot. Christy, thank you for that heart. Appreciate it. Man, I can't remember the name of the game. Anyway, it's a pretty cool game. It has like a trader NPC kind of character that you can interact with, but nobody really has like a true automation RPG kind of game that works in that same deal. And I think so a game would have a good opportunity, a developer would have a good opportunity to make a game sort of like, you know, StarRupture, Satisfactory, etc., and be able to really capitalize on kind of the same thing. Because even the what's that? There's another new game that came out that like deals with alchemy something or other. Something alchemy, but did this shut down? Or are we just waiting for more? All right, you guys take care of it. I think Fallout did have a pretty good, Fallout 4 had a pretty good idea with the whole trading between settlements kind of thing. I definitely think they had a pretty good idea. I just don't think they capitalized on that, but it really wasn't what Fallout really honestly was. So that wouldn't match their game type, I guess, is probably the right terminology. Y'all are breaking my brain. You got me thinking about some stuff that I like the idea on. I just unfortunately don't have the time to try to go execute on. I mean, honestly, think about it. The size of this world right here. What if you took the guns out of it? Medievaled it just a little bit. No teleporter. Rebuilt these bases like this up on the hills and stuff and made them more medieval structured looking. Oh my god. See, that's the problem with project managers, okay? That's the problem with project managers. We come up with great ideas, but we expect somebody else to figure out how to do it. Because I think it's a great idea. But I'm not going to do it. You know what? We actually need to do this. This is the faster way to do it. Take this out. Go in here. Click on this. Click on this. Do this. Yeah, I got some ideas in my melon. Okay, we need to go this way. Where are we at here?
I'm detecting increased rupture activity.
Oh, of course.
Prepare for a wave.
Right when I just took shit down. Now you're going to be like, I detected that your life is going to end. No, it's not. Because guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to go put that shit back up. And save my own ass. Well, and super, I mean, that's a brilliant point. Yeah, the rate in which people consume content now is so fast. It just is. I mean, wow. It absolutely right. It is just a done. Content is over with. We're on to the next great thing, and it is for me, and what I want with this channel is a lot of the early access games that have the long-term potential.
Rupture is eruption.
But see, even yeah, StarRupture probably has hit it because a lot of people have run through what is currently available, or they've got to a point they're like, yeah, okay, I get the game. But I want the full story. I want it from start to finish. And oh, this guy, he actually infected my shit. Look at that. He actually infected my base. So, but see, 7 days to, okay, so here's a prime example. Prime example. 7 days to Die is probably one of the biggest examples of the ups and downs with new content. If you pay attention to the number of players and the items that go through the couple of weeks up to a major version release, the number of people playing the game increases. And then they have their streamer weekend, and all of the approved streamers that get to do that is all of their views, everything goes through the roof for that weekend. And then
Returning to normal.
then for about 2 weeks after the release, you get huge amounts of players. The player count goes way up. And then it dips back down and it goes to its normal level again. And then you'll see that happen until there's another major release. And they're an easy one to do research on because you can easily line up when a release was versus the long-term amount of players and whatnot in that game. And so, easy to see. I suspect a lot of other games are exactly the same way. You always have your core set of players. You have a core set of Call of Duty players. It doesn't matter. I mean, there are some people that are just hooked on a certain game and they play the shit out of it, and they'll play the hell out of it, and you'll have the people who come in and out and in and out and in and out all the time. And I think every game's like that. The key is for developers to find a way to make it so that there is a reason for increased content. And that I think is probably the biggest key. Give me a reasonable way to say stay, and I'm trying to think of the game. Oh crap! Helldivers 2. Helldivers 2. It still falls into the same line. Okay, when there's a new release or a new update or something like that that comes out, you have your fair weather friends that will come in and check it out. A new pack will drop or something like that, and people will come in and they'll play it to get the pack and everything, and then they'll bugger off again, and then you have your core group of players that, man, they play that's all they play is Helldivers 2, and they and so the idea really is to build a game that has a little bit of both. You get a decent size of core players that come into the game, and they're part of the game no matter what. That's going to be like their game to play. And then you have your fair weather friends that come in and out, increase your player base, maybe buy the DLC because it's a fun game, and you keep those people going while you're working on, say, something else, whether it's DLC or whether it's upgrades or whatever. But every game has it. You just have to find the way to keep people. I'll tell you, I love Helldivers is a freaking fantastic game. Okay, I loved playing that game with my son and his friends, and we would just rock on Helldivers. My problem is I have the attention span sometimes of a freaking guppy, and so I will play a game like right now, like I'm playing the shit out of StarRupture, but there's going to be a point where I'm going to be like, okay, I've had enough StarRupture for right now, and I'm going to go play something else for a little while. And yeah, that's what I'm going to do. And it'll happen. Now, there are some games that really keep me going for a long time. StarRupture's one of those games. I'm going to keep playing this for quite a while. But it's still in the same boat. 7 Days to Die is probably the only game that has kept my full attention for the longest amount of time. I'm going to caveat that, though. There has been a time or two where I've gone a year without playing that game. I've played other stuff. I've done other things. And so I've never played a game constantly, nonstop, like some people do. Some people, play EVE online, and that's the only game they've played since that game came out. And Elder Scrolls Online, same thing. There's people that have played that game since the day it came out, and they've never played anything else. There's a great YouTuber, Total Eclipse. He pretty much got his start with Satisfactory, and that has been all he has played and all he has really done for years. And he's made a whole channel just based purely off of the stuff that he's done with Satisfactory. And he's a great YouTuber. He explains the game. He understands the game very well. But it's the only thing he ever plays. I can't do that. I'm never going to be that. There'll be a game on this channel that's always going to, the primary game that's a core game. But I'm going to play other things. I just can't help myself. My brain just does not, it just does not function where I can play a game just nonstop like that. I just can't do it. I don't. Sometimes I wish I could focus for that long and, do that for a game that long, but it's just not. It's just not how my brain works. And so on this channel, there'll always be a core game that we play a lot, but even that core game is going to change from time to time as well. Okay, we have... Wow, did I really go all the way past that body back there? Damn. Now I gotta go back. Well, and Super 5, that's exactly the same problem that, in my opinion, Satisfactory has as well. Most of these games, these factory games, are exactly the same problem. They have handcrafted maps in handcrafted environments that don't ever change. And I think that may be the reason why 7 Days to Die works so well for me, is the fact that I can boot up a totally new map with a complete new environment. I do have also the way to add mods. I can change the game and the functionality completely. That kind of stuff like that is available for that game. So it gives me and my mind something new to go chase and look for. And these kind of games like StarRupture don't. Eventually they'll have early access done, and the whole map will be open, and all of the nodes will be known, and somebody out there will create a 100% how to do everything and complete the game in 30 minutes kind of guide, and the luster will be lost. A great game that ran into that problem. However, they did find a way to make a solution to it, is Planet Crafter. Planet Crafter is a great game. Love that game. The world is really cool, really exciting. It's got a lot of fun stuff to it, different things that you can do that affect the world and how it goes. And so that is really awesome. And then they fixed this stagnation problem by making new worlds. So you have the same concept in the game, you just made new worlds, and they put different parameters on those worlds. Like they made an ice world, so now you have to try to create a livable, breathable world from ice. They've got one that's like toxic gas poisoned world, and you have to do the same thing, the same core elements of the game, but you just have to do it in a different environment. And they made new actual worlds to go do that on. And that's something I've been trying every time I get a chance that it comes up. I've been trying to put in the Discord and the comments and all that kind of stuff for Satisfactory, is like, look, give us a new map. I'm not saying, change the mechanics of the game. Just give me a different room to look at. That's all. And so you can do it. They can fix it. They just don't for some reason. And then they complain about stagnation and nothing changing, and they're losing players, and their player base is going down, and now we have to go do something else, and we have to figure out something else, and blah, 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 blah. And it's like, look, just put a couple developers into the map-making software and tell them, look, you got 6 months. Use all the same elements that you built the current world, and give me a new one. That's it. Maybe add a new challenge, you know? Add a new piece in there. That's all. And you'll keep people playing a game that way. But you go play Satisfactory right now, and you go look online on some YouTube pages. There's whole websites dedicated to it, for cripe's sake. The most efficient way to build everything in Satisfactory and essentially beat the game. And you have the playbook right there. All you gotta do is follow the playbook. They tell you where to start. You know, what's the best starting area, what's the best this, what's the best that. You don't even have to try. Because they've had the same map for 12 years. Who wants to play on the exact same map for 12 years? They changed nothing. They added nothing. It's been exactly the same thing for 12 years. No, people are going to leave your game. Because at some point, they're going to be like, yeah, I've literally done everything this game has to offer. There's nothing else I can do. Why am I continuing to play it? Make another map. Planet Crafter came up with it. They did it. It's worked for them. I don't know. Y'all got me on a freaking tangent here. I think that there's some short-sightedness when it comes to developers and the game industry in general. You know, I'm going to put all this money into developing this game, and then I'm going to basically just abandon it. I'm going to suck every ounce of money I can, and as long as I get my development money back out of it, we're not going to do anything else. And there's so many great games that really deserve additional content, additional support. They would garner many more people to continue to play the game. But it's about content. You know, if I spend 5 to 8 years building a game that has 40 hours worth of content in it, you're not going to keep people very long. So you better sell it for $80 and hope that you can get enough sales to cover your cost of development, and then you're going to bail because nobody's going to want to keep playing that game. The only games that beat that are PvP games. The competitive people who really are after, mastering a game and playing it continuously in PvP. But even then, you've got to be careful, because if you don't provide new maps, new guns, newness for those people, you'll get your experts and they'll bail on you too. They'll be like, okay, this game's kind of boring. I've literally done everything. I'm ranked in the top, 100 in the world. What else is there for me to do? And they're going to go away too. Single player games have a way better option. Oh, Jesus, I should have thrown it at my freaking feet. So you're going to run into the issue either way. The idea is just to do it. You just have to think long term, not the short term. I think the fun pimps, they thought long term. And so they've kept continuing to make sales and continuing to keep people involved in the game. Not everybody is a diehard that plays it 100% all the time, but they've got their good group of core supporters, just like every other game. What's another game I'm trying to think of? There's another game I'm trying to think of that has continued to get really good support for a long time, and it has kept it around. But the devs, again, it's a labor of love, and the devs have continued to try to put everything they can into providing continued entertainment for the people who purchase it. I'll tell you right now, this game, hands down, just the way that it is, as the early access, with the cost that I put into it, that hurt, has been 100% worth it. If I can get a dollar an hour out of a game, then I consider it a win when it comes to entertainment. And the reason I say that is because if you count the entertainment value of a video game versus, say, entertainment value of going to the movies, or even purchasing a home movie that you keep to watch over and over again, all right? If you do that and you properly balance it and saying, okay, this is entertainment, and I purchased a $70 game, my belief, this guy's belief, is I should be able to get $1 an hour of entertainment out of it. That's what I want, to call it a success. So if I paid $70 for a game, which I'll tell you right now, I will never pay $70 for a game. Ever. That'll never happen for me. But if I did, I would want 70 hours worth of content that I could get out of the game. If I can't get that, then I'm not happy. I'm not happy with my purchase. You rip me off. It's also why I look very closely at more early access games than I look at for fully, triple A, quadruple A, as Ubisoft wants to claim, which those guys are freaking drinking piss. You're not going to get me to buy you a game. Guess not. And I'll have trust issues before I purchase one of your games again in the future. StarRupture, this was a risk. I'll be honest, but what they advertised is what you got, and what you're getting, and and their full admittance. This is early access. They already had a full roadmap already laid out. Like, they were already forward thinking on what we're going to do and where we're going to take the game. And if you buy in now and trust us with your $14 or $15, we're going to give you more than what you're expecting. And they absolutely have with this game. Absolutely. And so I'm very happy with this game. 100%. I'd recommend this game to anybody. I don't care who you are. Even my wife has some enjoyment in this game, and she's never played a single factory builder game ever. And she is learning how to do that with this game, and she's finding enjoyment with it, which that's rare. A lot of people can't just jump into a game like this and enjoy it. So they've done wonderful with. There are plenty of other games out there that, man, they suck from day one, and they don't even try to hide it. That's the hard thing. So they don't even try to hide it. Like, we don't have a roadmap. We don't know what we're gonna do. We just made this game in here. See if you like it. And if you don't like it, well, we'll just quit and we'll go do something else. And you're just like, really? Satisfactory, or StarRupture has absolutely nailed it. These guys, Creepy Jar. Green Hell was a great game too. I think they rushed it at the end. They really just kind of rushed the end of the game and the story and that business, and that's my only negative thing to say about that game is when you get to a point in Green Hell where you just want to see what more story is there, and you go chase the actual story, the game's over in like 45 minutes. You're done, and that was a big disappointment for me. They're not making that mistake with this, so I'm super jazzed. This is a great game. Absolutely get it now while it's in early access, and you're gonna enjoy it. You are. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, we're gonna call that good for today. I know we're a little bit short of our normal time frame, but I was late getting started and whatnot. But we're gonna need to take a break. I'm only gonna get a half-hour break before we start 7 Days to Die. So we're gonna do a half-hour break. We'll be back. 7 Days to Die, survivalist difficulty. We are going to the wasteland. And we've been getting our asses kicked this entire series for 7 Days to Die. So you're going to want to come watch me get my butt kicked, because this is going to be, it's going to be fun. It's going to be quite a ride up in the wasteland. So we will see you all in a half hour. And if we don't, well, hey, stand by and pay attention to the socials, because Ormod, I'm going to check and see if I've got my notification, but Ormod Directive playtest is starting tomorrow. So there is a huge chance that all weekend long I will be streaming and playing Ormod Directive in their playtest. Brand new survival apocalyptic game. It looks really good. I like a lot of what I'm seeing for it, and we're going to find out this weekend if it's worth it. So stand by the socials, whether it's TikTok or the Discord channel or Twitch or whatever. I'm gonna let you know when it happens, and as soon as I know, and I'll let you know what the schedule is going to look like for the weekend with that game. Other than that, hey, I'm going to go take a break. I gotta pee something horrible. So see y'all in a half hour. If I don't, I'll see you sometime this weekend. Thanks for hanging out with me, and we will catch you again shortly.